I've had my hair cut. But today's video is not about that. No, from the title, as you can probably clearly see, that's why you clicked on this video, it is a Big Hero 6 review, and as most of my videos state, this is a spoiler-free video, so if you haven't already seen it by the time this goes up, you won't get any spoilers and it will not ruin your experience. So Big Hero 6 follows a 14-year-old boy called Hiro Hamada, and he lives with his aunt, I think her name was Cassie if I remember correctly, his aunt Cassie and his brother Tadashi. Now you learn in the very beginning that they are orphans, that's why they live with their aunt. Both their mother and father died. It doesn't explain, that will go into any detail, so I'm wondering if they plan to have a sequel, maybe they'll explain more about that. That would be interesting to see. The world that Hiro and Tadashi live in is kind of like a modern cross futuristic world. There are robots, that isn't uncommon, but it's done in a more believable way. It is really believable. Like, no one's dressed outlandishly like cyber goth or anything like that. They all dress pretty normal. It's just a very progressed world. Now, as I said, robot is one of the main themes. The robot aspect helps a lot for the plot of the story, and Hiro, he likes to battle robots, but it's really illegal. Well, battling robots is not illegal, but betting on the battle is. So time after time his brother is there saving him, getting him out of trouble and all sorts. So you can really see from that aspect where the bond is. Like, it's a really strong bond, and it definitely influences the viewer's reaction to certain events that happen later on in the film. So as the film progresses, we see Baymax. He is this big cuddly robot that Hiro's brother Tadashi created for the purpose of healing and being a robot nurse, pretty much. He's got the squidgy chubbiness of friendliness, and he's just a really cute robot that just wants to help. It's adorable. So after some time, Hiro ends up pretty much adopting the robot as his own, and their adventures lead them to having friends, and they have to go through and do all this awesomeness. There would be more detail, but I don't know how many people have seen the film and is watching this, or how many have seen the more intense trailer, because that stuff has more about what the film's about. But obviously if you haven't seen that, I don't want to risk spoiling it for you. So that's pretty much the basis of the film. My thoughts: I thought it was excellent. The CGI mechanicism that they used was spot on. It was absolutely brilliant. It was so crisp and smooth. It was just perfect, really perfect. So the animation they got down to a T, really vivid, really beautiful. The people, just the characters, the building, the scenery, it was just beautiful. The voice actors, I don't know who voiced who, and I probably wouldn't recognise their names anyway, just because I'm not too familiar with loads of actor names, but they were also, like, the one problem area I had is Hiro is like 14 and his voice actor was definitely a grown man. It was just, it shocked me when I first heard his voice. It was like, it's not even puberty voice cracking, it was like a grown man's voice inside a child's body. It freaked me out, but I got used to that pretty soon. It's just one thing, like one minor flaw for me that made it not as good, but just kind of brought the film down a level. Like, I think there could have been more thorough with their choosing of voice actors. Other than that, voice actors for each character fit perfectly. I might mention a few characters, but it won't be spoiling anything at all because I'm not going to explain their basis to the film. Gogo Tamago was awesome. She's so badass. Like, she's just, oh my god, she just oozes awesomeness. That's probably a really bad word choice, but she's just so bloody awesome and cool. She's awesome. I'd love to be her friend. The aunt is lovely. She's just so sweet and bubbly, and she's took on the role of being pretty much a mother and a father. She's taken them on board with no hassle. She's just gone in and she's looked after them and grown them as really good people. Baymax, of course, awesome character. You see as his robotiness progresses throughout the film, and some kind of, not scary scenes, not scary at all, but some like, oh no, don't do that, that's kind of alarming, you shouldn't do that, you're Baymax. Those kind of scenes, awesome. The story itself, the plot of the story, was really good. Like, one of the characters, he's called Fred, he was just so relatable as a viewer that's like into superheroes and stuff. and he was just like, referring to comics like it's a revenge story and stuff like that. It was hilarious, and I was just like, oh my god, you relate so much to pretty much most of the audience, and I love that. I think it's so great when directors take something like a small aspect like that on board, because it just makes everything that much better. So that was awesome. But yeah, as I was saying, the plot itself is really great. I kept guessing and guessing, or trying to guess what was happening as I was going through. Quite a lot of them I got right, but it's definitely not predictable. That was after a few guesses, and I don't know why I do that to myself, because I don't really want answers back like, yes, this happened, yes, that happens, but I kind of just want to be like, oh, I guessed it. But even though I say that, as I said, it was not predictable at all. Again, no spoilers here, but the ending part, it's definitely closure, but they end it in a way that is open. It's open for a sequel, but it's not sequel bait at all. I hate it when films, no matter how good they are, have an obvious sequel bait. It's just like, come on, spend more money, wait, get all the merchandise, come and wait for like 3 years for another film. I hate it when it's that obvious and it's just a money grabbing scheme, but this is just definitely a nice closure. Don't have to see a sequel. If they do make one, you can definitely feel satisfied by just seeing that film. It was just really fun, family friendly film. It's like a growing up story, and in a way trying to prove yourself in the honour of someone else, with robots and cool friends. So that's the end of this spoiler-free review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've seen Big Hero 6, please tell me what you think about it. If you want to see it, go and see it whilst it's still in cinemas. It's awesome. This will probably be up kind of late, so I'm not sure by the time I have this up if it will be in cinemas, but definitely buy it as soon as it's available. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall speak to you in the next video. Bye.